I'm gonna try this again. Uh, Everybody knows who I am. I don't have to introduce myself. Making this video got to share some thoughts that's on my mind when it comes to parenthood and the importance of being and seeing that Father's Day is literally like I want to say about a week from this coming Sunday. The importance of fatherhood. Being a father is first off is a privilege because everybody don't get that chance to be a father in whatever capacity. Uh, my actual biological father wasn't around growing up, but I never made that an excuse for acting out and things of that nature. So, but the real reason I'm making this video is for the simple fact that us as fathers in this world, no matter what's happening, we have to stay involved in our kids' lives. We have to, no matter what the situation or circumstance is. And if you need to fight for your kids, go get them. Go fight for our kids, because the most important thing our kids need is their fathers. Period. Because the one thing they need from us is a show of love, a show of affection, a show of daddy got your back. I'm here if you need me. But also, they also need that firm discipline as well from the dad, from us as fathers. And no matter what the situation is, fight for your kids, be there for your kids, love on your kids, always be there for your kids, no matter what's happening. At the age of 47, I'm not saying I'm a perfect dad, but I know I'm a dad that's involved with my kids, and I'm there every step of the way, regardless if they like me or not, they want to talk to me or not. Nothing's going to stop me from being a dad. Nothing's going to stop me from being a father. Any man can make a baby, but it take a real man to raise it, take care of it, and be there for that kid or kids if you have multiple kids like myself. I love all three of my kids, unequivocally, no questions asked. But like I said, I'm imploring all fathers, please be there for your kids. Please be there for your kids. And I'm imploring the mothers, for whatever reason that you may not be letting the dad see the kids, please let them kids be a part of that man's life. That man may become better because his kids are in his life. And if he is fighting for his kids to be in his kid's life for whatever the circumstance may be, if it's not violent or anything like that, he shouldn't be fighting to be in his kid's life. He should be there automatically in his kid's life. We have, when it comes to the whole co-parenting thing, because I co-parent with my ex-wife, and it's not always, and it's never going to be easy. You go knock heads because that's what we do, right? We knock heads. We're not going to agree on everything, but when it comes to the discipline of the kids and setting the right examples and stuff for the kids, we have to stand a united front when you in a co-parenting situation. And it's not too, how can I say this? Like, co-parenting is not always easy to do. I only can speak from my experience. Is not easy at all when you're not respected, when you don't respect the person you co-parent with. The kids are looking at that. They see that. So to everyone out there, if you're in a co-parenting situation, let's be better. All of us as a collective, be better. Be better. Remove any bitter or any other ill feelings away. Because no matter how we feel about the person we had kids with, and we may not no longer be with that individual, we have to remember we chose that individual or they chose us. So what does that say about us at the end of the day? Also, with that as well, I'm not a pro or nothing like that. I'm just sharing some things that's on my heart this evening. No matter what, always be there for your kids. Pray for them, cover them. Also, The important thing, teach them right from wrong. Put God in their life first. Keep God at the forefront of their life. So, like, just like I say, there's co-parenting thing is not easy at all. It should be for the most part, but when you have a person that you're co-parenting with, makes things a little bit tough, makes things a little bit difficult. It affects how you can effectively co-parent as a unit when you have one parent that thinks they have more power than the other parent because of a piece of paper that they received from the court saying this, that, and the third. And I'm not disrespecting the court system. I'm not disrespecting anybody that works for the court system. But I'm a dad 365 days a year, 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's not just a weekend dad, or you can't sign this piece of paper, or you can't sign that piece of paper, or you don't have no say-so in the medical decisions or the education or anything like that, because you're parenting from a piece of paper. I'm not parenting from a piece of paper. I'm parenting because I'm a parent by my children being on this earth. The most effective parent is a parent that is in their child's life. Like I said, if my kid's mother see this video, that's perfectly fine. I'm at a point now where I know I do all I can for my kids. I do. All three of them. 21, 17, 15. And my three stooges, Larry, Curly, and Mo. And the thing we have to get back to is respect. When did we start allowing our kids to call us by our first names? Back in the day, that would have got your clock punched. For those who grew up in that era like myself, that would have got your clock punched. We didn't call our parents by our first name. We didn't do whatever we wanted to do when we wanted to do it. We did what we were told to do, and that was the end. It wasn't no debating. It wasn't no negotiating. It wasn't any of that. We did what we were told to do. One time only. Didn't do it that one time, it was going to be a hefty price to pay. That's it on that one. I can't get it no more cut and dry. I tell my kids all the time, I'm not your friend. I love you. But you got parents out here saying, my child is my best friend. Your child, there's no way your child could be your best friend. That's just my thought. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. But your child cannot be your best friend, because my friends are not 17, 15, and 21. Because our responsibilities are different. That means you think we're equals if we're friends. We're not equals. That's it with that one. I'm not, I'm gonna be honest, I've taken a lot off my kids, over the years, and I've learned a valuable lesson. Have to keep standing and not waver when it comes to my kids. Now, I'll be honest, here and there, I have wavered when it comes to my kids. Be honest. That's just me being perfectly, completely honest with that. Have to be more firm, have to be more no means no, and that's the bottom line, and that's all it is. If you don't handle your responsibilities at home, you don't get to go nowhere. That's just how that rocket roll. You talk crazy, you're not handling your business in school, at home, wherever the case may be, you don't get to go nowhere. You can be bad, and that's perfectly fine with me. That's perfectly fine. I love, everybody know that may see this video, I love my kids unequivocally. There's no questions asked. But I believe some of us parents are taken for granted as parents, as a collective, because our children feel or think we should do the things we do for them. I was taught people do things for you because they love you and they care about you, not because they have to. That's just something my mother and grandmother taught me years ago. People do things for you not because they have to. It's because they want to. and they actually care and love about you, love on you, I should say. Let's be better in every area, especially to my brothers out there that may come across this video. Let's be better in every area when it comes to our kids. It's nothing wrong with going to get help. If you need help, go get help. I see a therapist. It's okay. It's okay not to be okay, but it's also okay to go get help to help get you to be okay. I'm proud to say I see a therapist. I have no issue with that. Got a lot going on up here. But, I just, when I said back to the co-parenting, when you co-parent, where you're co-parenting with someone and they constantly bring the legal aspect into everything you do when it comes to the kids, it renders the other co-parent, it puts them in a bad space to make them feel like they're nothing but a glorified babysitter, and disciplining them is pretty much out of your hands. And just looking at it from my perspective, the kids may also lose a little bit of respect for you because you're teaching them that it's okay to do the things that they do with no accountability. Because I always tell my kids, accountability, responsibility starts with that person they look in the mirror every morning at. Accountability, responsibility. If you can't be accountable and responsible to yourself, you can't expect to be accountable and responsible to anybody else. Something I learned when I was in the military. Accountability, responsibility, those things were a monster when I was in the military. But like I said, if my kid's mother see this, that's fine. It's no fear. But can't co-parent from a piece of paper. Everything is not a legal document. It's not. I say it's not to disrespect nobody in the courts or nothing like that, or anybody that may work for the courts or work in that particular division. I think the system needs to be updated. I have no issue paying my child support. I really don't. It's been paid, get paid every week, but also it's when you feel like you get to a point as a co-parent, the other co-parent's not standing with you, they're going against you like this, that becomes a problem because it creates big time friction. So just wanted to share some thoughts with y'all. I know this is a long video. Hope you watch it all. For those who may watch it, hope you watch it all the way to the end. But once again, to my brothers out there, be in your kids' lives. No matter what, be there. Go hard in the paint for your kids, because nobody else gonna go hard in the paint for your kids harder than you. To my sisters out there, if the brother trying to do right and be right, and you not letting that man see his kids, first off, you're wrong. You're alienating a child away from having a relationship with that parent. If he's trying to do right, he's trying to get himself together. And, he's trying to do right by the kids. He's being there. He's at football games and band concerts and things of that nature. That's to my sisters. Let that brother have a relationship with his kids, because last thing he wants is that kid to grow with resentment towards that parent, towards his dad, period. And and to my brothers again, if you got to fight, if you got to go to court to see your kids, do it. Find some type of aid or something somewhere that will help you out with seeing your kids. Because at the end of the day, when you hold the kid back from another parent, you're actually hurting the child. You're not hurting the other parent. The child is the what they call it, collateral damage in all of this. So have to stop doing that, ladies. Have to stop doing that. If that man is trying to see his kids, if that man is, getting his life in order, if he working, taking care of his kids, taking care of his business, let that man see his kids. Don't worry about who he dating or who he married to or nothing like that, because that ain't got nothing to do with you. The only connection you got to that man is that child. Brothers, the same thing. Don't worry about who she messing with. Just take care of your kid. That's all you there for. If they ain't mistreating your kid, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. But also be careful who you bring around your kids when you're dating someone that's not their parent. But also, like, just from a father's perspective, I see a lot of this. We as dads who go through the legal process, and then we only see our kids on limited time. We're already up against it. But we also have to keep fighting, fellas. I love my brothers. I love a dad that's trying. I ran into a guy. I'm going to share the story then. I'm going to call it a night. I was at the store. Actually, I was at the gas station, paying for some gas to put in my car. I saw a guy, 3 kids. They were walking. And had the chance to chop it up with him for a couple of minutes. And asked him, did he need help with anything? He was like, no, I got it. And he was like, I'm just a dad out here trying to make it and do right by my kids. Offered him a ride. He said no, they only stayed like a block over, so they was walking back. But he also shared something with me. He said he was like, made my mistakes. I'm just trying to correct them. And I'm doing it by just simply being there for my kids. And I had, in that moment, I forgot his name. He told me his name. 3 kids. I think it was 2 boys and a girl, or 2 girls and a boy. I can't forget. I can't remember. But I had to give that man big ups and big props for that, because he said, I'm just trying to get my life right just by simply being there for my kids. And fellas, that's the thing. When I see my brothers out there trying, my fellow brothers out there trying, we doing it. The world beat up on us enough. We just simply trying to be there and be a positive role model and be positive impact for our kids. And that's why I said, be there for your kids, love on your kids. If you don't do nothing else, love on your kids, because I know I love on mine, despite what issues or drama, what may happen between me and them or whatever, this, that, and the third. I still love my babies. I do. But you got to give them that tough love and not no cupcake love. Let them know that you have to take that sense of entitlement away from them. Make them earn some stuff. Make them earn it. We so quick to give them everything, but they not earning nothing. We'll spend $15,000, $20,000 on a prom send-off, and some of these kids got some of the worst attitudes known to man. You can't get them to do nothing. You can't get them to do this. You can't get them to respect others, let alone themselves. But to each his own, but that's just my 2 cents.